Greetings. It is Horde Day, so I can't think of a better thing to do in preparation than to drop down a little bit of paint. It is day 140 in my Ravenhearst 5.5 point something world, and it might be a doozy. Um, Last one went okay. We had to make some improvements to the Horde base, but hopefully that everything will go to plan. We've got a little bit of time before the Horde rolls in, so I guess we could do a bit of a base tour. For those in the know, this started life as a prefab called Getz's Base, and I've been doing some modifications to it, but kept most of the structure intact. It has a fortifying wall around the outside. Made a few changes to it over the course of the last 140 days. And what's this guy doing? He seems to be confused. Got a little farm out back. It's gotten to be quite a bit of a bigger farm over the last little bit. But maybe we'll take you around, show you inside, and see what's going on. Outside, got most of my regular farm implements you would expect. Little dinosaur here. Oh, I gotta bring some milk in. This pool was a problem. I had to cover it up so that the zombies would stop falling inside. And you guys are going to be a bit of a problem, I think. Maybe you'd prefer that. And so out here, got some livestock. I can't really bring myself to kill them yet, but I'm sure at some point when I get hungry, I might do so. For the doorway system, I've actually got it set up with some motion sensors that will automatically open the door for me when I come in. Call the elevator so we don't fall in. So it uses the pass-through triggering, so I can either trigger it going out through that plate or through that motion sensor. This motion sensor over here activates all of the electric fences, which I've got hiding behind the doors here, as well as the blade traps. And actually, it appears my fences have bugged out, because that's what fences do. So let's rewire those real quick. And I do need to do something about this door, because I can't quite get in. But aside from the outside wall, the entirety of the defenses on my home are this main entrance. And it basically started as a wooden hatch and has slowly progressed to having the active defenses that you see. That looks a little bit better. And if we want, we could call in a zombie. And I do have the ability to turn the traps off and to block off the door so I can stand here without the hatch opening. So let's do that, and let's bring in a visitor. How about an Arlene of some sort? How about an Arlene tier 3? Get her attention. I'm going to do something about these wires. It's a little ugly right now. But she comes in, and if the traps don't kill her quickly enough, you can always whack her in the face. Got a little kitchen here. And this used to be a little bit different. There used to be a bathroom in here that I've taken out, and there's a wall here. that I've taken out, but I opened it up to give myself a little bit more room. So all of my regular normal cooking implements that you would expect to find. Doing pretty good on food. Haven't had any starving problems. And I did get to the point where I was able to make all of the baked goods that required bread and flour and butter and things like that. This house did come with a working workbench, which was a nice way to start. And this room I'm going to do some reorganizing in. It's kind of just an overflow at this point. Downstairs, this is my forge room. So I do have 4 cement mixers, blast furnace, a couple of the blacksmith forges, and some regular forges. And I was able to mostly keep my supplies organized. I did run into some overflow problems and had to put some additional storage in. Got a little automotive workbench area, so that's where I keep my gas and spare automotive parts. This is the main crafting room, so I've got the workbench and the decorating table, the electronics workbench, tailor station, and the weapons workbench. And I've been taking advantage of some of the deco blocks in here, so that's going to be sort of my main crafting storage where I keep my metals. This box is just overflow of stuff that I've got way too much of. Did I leave anything in here? Yes. Let's leave those. Back here is my chemistry room, so I do have 2 chemistry stations in here. So I keep most of my chemical supplies in those 2 cabinets, and oh, I do have something going here, so those are done. Craft this real quick. And if we go upstairs, should have taken the elevator, I guess. This is my main living area that I've got. So I've got most of my medical supplies hiding over here. This is where I keep a sort of an emergency backup of building supplies if I need to do anything. So I think that'll make me about 1,000 blocks, maybe 2,000 blocks, something like that. Do have the security system. I did end up having to cheat some of this in because I ended up for quest rewards getting 3 CCTV tools, and I said that that was BS, and so I swapped out 2 of the tools for a monitor, and then I've got the camera down below that's kind of awkwardly mounted here, but that seems to give the best view of what's going on downstairs at the doorway where everybody comes in. A couple of tool chests, and remarkably, I haven't built this yet, but I did get all of the parts to make a nail gun. Now, if I didn't already have a 120 nail gun that I got as a quest reward, that would be less interesting. Got some bookshelves over here, some ammo crafting stations that might have some stuff in them. So we can put some of this away. Put those in there. And put some of these in here. Through mostly magazines and crafting some magazines, I was able to... Oops. Didn't want to put all of those in there. That's interesting. Get all my guns up to level 120. And so some of them are missing because they do get left at the Horde base. And I haven't even had a chance to shoot all of them yet, so that's one of the things I've been working on right now. I didn't want to grab some extra ammo for the Horde base. This stuff is still, I would say, temporary storage. I need to figure out where to put everything because it's getting a little out of hand, how much crap that I've got. And so that's basically it for inside the house. If we go outside, we can go take a look at the Horde base, which is just down the road here. Oh, I guess we can make a stop at the barn. Put this together. This is mostly extra storage for stone and clay, sand, iron that's been piling up. There's quite a bit of it. And being a hoarder, I can't bring myself to actually letting any of it go. I did have some neighbors here. I knocked down all of their houses and took out their foundations, give myself a little bit more room. Extended the road out to the Horde base, which is over here. Do we have any visitors? I did clear this area out earlier, so it should be relatively quiet here for the time being. Yes, it does seem to be. Horde base started as wood and got upgraded to iron um, for the 14-day Horde and was slowly upgraded to concrete. It's basically just an open path base with a path directly to me. So zombies walk up the stairs, come down the pathway here, across the pathway here. They do have an electric fence. Let's put that wire tool back. Electric fences at their feet level along all 4 pathways, and this one got bugged because they always get bugged, it seems. Let's rewire that. So those electric fences are always on. The trigger plates activate the blade traps and the dart traps. And we started with the dart traps. Only in the last 2 hordes added the blade traps. I did try this initially with the brain's not working anymore. I've got some down here. The ones that tripwire posts. We did initially have tripwire posts down here, but they are just so delicate and they don't get repaired very easily that I sort of gave up on them and switched to the trigger plates. Up top, steel bars, double layer to protect from spitting vultures. And from this view, I've got a really good ability to throw Molotovs at them. I added this side path over here to give me the ability to repair the electric fence, and these trip posts are going to come out. I'm just going to leave this electric fence on permanently, but I haven't done that yet. And down below, do have my electrical distribution junction boxes, so that gets the power out to the electric fences and the tripwires and whatnot. Have storage in the floor here, so hopefully if something does come in, I can be well protected. So that's mostly my repair stuff as needed. This is where I keep my Horde Knight weapons, and that's where I'm actually going to drop this stuff. And that's for unloading my inventory before Horde Night starts. And I've got all my actually, how's the gas? Gas is okay. That should get us through the night without any problem. But that's basically what we're looking at. And we've got a little bit of time before Horde Night, so I think I will pause this now and see you back here shortly. The thunder is rolling in and it is starting to get dark, so I thought I'd show you my lighting setup. So the way this system works, we go from the generator to this kill switch. And the kill switch is a major vulnerability, but it allows me to turn the electricity on and off from outside the base, so that if I need to climb up, I can turn off the electricity so I don't get shot in the face with a dart or cut in half or electrocuted. And then we run out of the switch into 3 separate junction blocks. The top one is vulnerable and has actually been broken out before, but that one just does the lights, so it's not that big a deal. When I turn on the lights, Nothing fancy, but they do light up the main path. And there are two spotlights in here that we can't quite reach from there, but if we turn this off, we can see them from the outside. So those two do a reasonably good job of lighting up the staircase where we will be throwing Molotovs at them. Let's flip the electricity off and hop back inside. And now we are just waiting for our guests to arrive, and I will see you then. Our guest should be arriving shortly. I figured to show you where we're standing. We're at game stage 441 with 22,000 enemy kills. And now it's just a little bit of a waiting game. I do have all my guns loaded theoretically, and these are the mods that I'm running in them. And we'll be running with explosive bolts only. How are we doing on food and water? Doing okay, but we could have a little bite to eat and a beverage. Minutes to midnight. And let's get this party started. There they come. Of course, my toolbar's acting up. So far, so good. Nothing super interesting. Should put this scope on the other rifle. Oops. A little far. Oh, that's why. That's a repair. We got a big screamer. I'm assuming Goldie and the base destroyer are going to show up at some point tonight. So we did have both of them last Horde many times. There she is. First repair of the evening. I should probably deal with this doggy before he becomes an issue. So, there we go. Now let's try to set ourselves on fire, see how this works. Just like that. That's the bad guy. The one that just went flying through the air, he's the troublemaker. This is fundamentally supposed to be a melee base, so we should get some melee in. Maybe we'll head back up top. Wish those guys had some better animations, because it's so hard to tell when they're dead. Troublemaker. The lead is dead. Oh, got another one. Where is he? Is it Goldie? Let's go repair that real quick. There's Goldie. Goldie's coming for a visit. And Goldie's dead. Well, that gets rid of them quickly. Another wave coming in. You know what? These bandages. He says before he needs his bandages. Is that you? Preemptive repair this time. I'm not going to bother upgrading those back to concrete because it would need to dry. This is really just a sacrificial portion of the base to protect the traps inside if they got that close. But last time they did get close because I didn't have a mechanism to repair the outside blade trap, or the outside electric fence. I'm going to save some ammo and use this as the melee base it was intended to be. Any of those around here? Come on. I did these sloped sides so if somebody did start beating on the central portion that I could take them out as needed. We'll leave the outside. Want to get up here faster? Actually, I'm going to use him to check my wiring. To make sure that blade trap does what it's supposed to do, since I actually haven't tried that in a while. Except he didn't make it that far. Let's turn this on. So at least the blade trap gets a bit of a workout. Well, maybe they won't make it to the blade trap. We got rid of most of the hard zombies earlier, so we're left with the last wave, which seems to be a little bit weaker. If I could swing. Arlene, why'd you do that? Something, something, fish in a barrel, right? Ooh, I know. I wanted to try this new Tommy gun that I made. I haven't really shot too much yet. Where did you go? This is fun. Alright, that noise is bugging me. Come on, buddy, you can make it. Get around the corner. Oh, he didn't make it. Fat boy can do it. aim wasn't such garbage. Oh, she might be able to make it. She's a tough girl. She might be the last one. This feels like the end. Come on. There. She's around the corner. I just had to deactivate the defenses. And I think that's Horde Night, everybody. I don't... Oh, I can't reach... that was a mistake. I gotta break these to get to that wall. And just a crawler. I know we lost a lot of loot bags with this design. I really don't care. It would be cool if we could find Goldie, because she does give a lot of feathers. And we do like feathers, but she might be long gone. Let's see if she's here. No, I don't... Yep, Zombie Fire Boss Big, so she is around here somewhere. This is one of the reasons I wanted to get rid of all of this ugly grass, so I can see things easier out here. Have my speed formula? Yes. I thought she would have been out front. Morning. Nope, Goldie appears to be gone. Oh, I still do have the speed. So we'll put our Horde Knight weapons away and call this a video. Hope you enjoyed it.